And he spent 3 weeks researching the perfect boot, the perfect notebook, and the perfect planner. But he hasn't done a single hour of actual labor. At some point, you have to admit to yourself that you don't have an equipment problem. You just like shopping more than you like putting your nose to the grindstone. Now, if you get defensive when someone calls out the stack of unused gear sitting in your garage or your closet or on your computer desktop, swipe away right now and go back to watching product reviews. But if you're sick of fooling yourself and you're ready to stop using preparation as an excuse for delay, lock in till the end. Today on the porch, we're laying out the full operational blueprint to kill that gear trap and get to work. Here's the trick your brain plays on you. Buying something feels like taking action. You buy a piece of workout equipment and your brain hands you a cheap hit of satisfaction, like you actually put the mileage in. You buy a new camera or a microphone and you feel like a creator before you've even hit record once. You go out and buy heavy duty work gloves, but there isn't a single scratch or oil stain or anything on them. We stack up tools because as long as we're getting ready, we don't have to face the risk of being bad at something. If you ever start the project, you never make a mistake. You never record that video. Nobody can critique it. So you keep shopping, keep researching, and keep organizing. You convince yourself that once the new gear arrives, then you'll be focused. Once you get that perfect desk set up, then you'll start that business. It's a lie. I'm telling you, it's a lie. Shiny tools don't build a fence, write a book, or run a business. Putting in the hours does. The guy who wants it bad enough will build an empire on a wobbly card table with a cheap notebook, while the guy hiding behind gear sits in a $5,000 setup doing nothing. Rule number 1, work with what's in the room right now. Stop waiting until you can afford or find the right tool to start. If you want to shoot videos, use the phone sitting right in your pocket. If you want to get into shape, do push-ups, body weight squats on your living room floor. If you want to start a business, grab a cheap pen and a scrap piece of paper to lay out the numbers. Force yourself to build momentum with basic inputs before you spend a single dollar. If you can't be productive with basic tools, fancy tools won't save you. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2. Earn the upgrade through mileage. You do not get to upgrade your equipment until you have put your nose to the grindstone for at least 30 consecutive days with what you already own, right? You don't buy top tier running shoes until you've logged real miles on your old ones. You don't buy professional editing software until you've cut 10 raw videos on free apps. I know because I've done it. I'm still doing it. Earn the right to upgrade through documented labor, not good intention. Rule number 3, shrink the setup window. If it takes you longer than 2 minutes from the time you sit down to the time your hands are actually working, your process is bloated. Clear the desk down to a bare minimum. Open the file, grab the tool. The longer you spend prepping your environment, the more time your brain has to talk you out of doing it or doing the work, right? Cut the setup, jump in cold, and build momentum through action. Rule number 4, embrace the ugly phase. Early work is supposed to be rough. Your first videos will be raw. Your first drafts will be messy. I know, look at some of mine. Your first projects will have flaws. That isn't a gear problem. That's just tax every man pays to get good at a skill. Stop trying to buy your way past the beginner phase. Accept that it's going to be ugly at first. Put your head down and refine it as you go. Look around at the guys who actually build things that last. They aren't obsessed with having the newest, shiniest setup. They're obsessed with output. Struggling through a job with basic tools forces you to develop resourcefulness, patience, and raw skill. When you learn how to get results the hard way, you become dangerous. Because when you finally do get better tools, and you will, your output explodes. If you rely on the gear to do the heavy lifting from day one, the second things get tough or your equipment fails, you quit. Build the foundation on discipline, not accessories. So, put that credit card away, close all the open tabs of product reviews, take whatever basic tool you have sitting in front of you right now, put your nose to the grindstone, and carry your own weight. Drop a comment below calling out the one project you've been delaying because you were waiting on better gear. Name it, own it, and go get to work. Hold the standard, and I'll see you on the next one.